Right, folks, we've got to loop the lake now. This is a Rockstar verified track. This is a track that I spent a lot of time hot lapping with the Turismo, which was the quickest supercar at the time before these cars came out for this Cunning Stunts DLC on this track. So RE, the previous holder at the time of doing this attempt, had a 43.7, which was a random person that I didn't know who it was. So within the first few laps, I managed to break that. But at first, first few laps of the initial attempt, I thought, what the hell, 43 is quite difficult. But once I got familiar with the track and this car, it wasn't that difficult. Now, the question was, at this point, what was the absolute limit that I could roughly set on this track with this car? And then it came about at the end with a 42.7, roughly. But then I'm sure you can get a 42.5 if you was to really spend hours and hours, or even quicker, and just relying on revs to fully maximize around the entire track. Now, obviously that requires patience and just rolling the dice. But to be fair, what's really crazy about my record time on this is that I managed to get the two exact same times, like one after each other in terms of attempts. So when I initially broke my 42 barrier for the first time, I was like, okay, let's give it another cheeky try, see if I can go quicker. Because I don't know, it's like sorry about that. Hey, that was a sneeze and a cough at the same time. I don't know why I do that. Anyway, I tried to go for it again. When I kept everything smooth, for some reason, the exact same time came up. I was so baffled. But yeah, you'll see now, I think this is a 43.4. I was like, okay, cool. But what was crazy about the Loop the Lake attempt is that I was having a battle with another person who was going for the world record as well. I think it was Rennie Grenade or something. Sorry, I don't know, it's PSN. But this guy kept on beating my records as I was breaking it, and we were just going back and forth. Eventually, this guy got a 43.2. I'm thinking, holy shit. And it took me a while to break the 43.1 barrier. And then this guy ends up getting a 43.109 and then ends up beating his own record with a 43.107. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm currently stuck on a 43.276. What on earth do I do? So sorry, not 276, 176. I'm on 43.176. And then I get my personal best of 43.144. He's on a 107. But all of a sudden, I get into the 42. But an incredible 0.3, sort of margin of a difference. Like that gap, on a short track is just weird. And I got it twice in 2 attempts. Not even at 0.9 or 0.8, but 0.7, which is really baffling. But then again, it's all about momentum and speed carry on this track, so you can get those sort of gaps if you think about it, because the car sort of does bog down on the final section of the track after the bridge. So if you can get sort of a full speed on that section, you can pretty much gain about half a second. But it's mainly down to this section here, the left-right bit. It needs to be really smooth and try to reduce that oversteer on the bush on the inside of the apex. And this bit here as well needs to be absolute to the limit. And try not to kiss the inside of that as too much, because you want to get as much speed carry and momentum as possible for the ending as well. That's 43.278, right? Now we're going into the 176 attempt, and this is where I beat his record of 2. I think he got 276. Yeah, he got 276. I got 278. My bad. And I'm thinking, alright, so I need to get 0.002 to match his time, 0.003 to actually beat it. So on this attempt, again, 176, I improved by 0.102. For my personal best, and 0.1 is actually from his time. Holy shit, these numbers are coming in quick, boy. And yeah, I'm thinking at this point, all right, sweet, surely 43.176 can't be beaten. And like I said, this guy comes and beats it with a point, was it 109 or 107? So I'm like, oh shit, man. So gotta keep going again. It's kind of tough to keep everything together. Like once you've triggered revs, especially at the start, you can get insane sectors at the start, and then you have to get that hairpin looking like right-hander after the start spot on with the braking point, because that's where you sort of release the car on for the rest of the track, for the remainder of the track, and that's where you build the most revs out of the exit. Obviously you don't want to crash into the fence on the left hand side, so you're cutting nice and tight. See, once again, I don't take it right, so I'm supposed to cut in even more, like furthermore down the apex, because there's a huge gap there on the dirt. But then again, that's debatable. I don't know. It's just it's like sometimes I do it, but I get shit revs, and sometimes I get mad revs. So it's that's a weird one. But here's the which is that? What's this? Oh, this is the record, yeah. So 42780 looked pretty smooth, you know. Don't know where I can improve there. Possibly cut inside on the apex of the hairpin. I don't know. You tell me. Once again, this is the attempt afterwards to see if I could improve, because I felt like there could be slight improvements. For some reason, I clipped the inside of that. It triggered mad revs on that curve, but I'm not sure if that's sufficient. I've only tried that once, and I got this lap. I don't know. But you see, try not to hit any of the dirt if you can. That's the best way to go about it. But then again, this dirt, I don't know. It's weird because, maybe because I didn't hit any of the dirt. But this here, this is important. You have to kiss it as close as possible, because the left-right is a small section, so you can compensate the dirt there, because it's the absolute apex. And then bang, another 42780, which I was really baffled. Like, what the hell? Really? Like, how? So let's take a look at this, yeah. One more time together at the same time. 2 different laps, but the same exact lap time. 2 different attempts. So lap 25 out of 30 on the left is my initial sort of, you know, getting into the 42s, and the one on the right is when I tried again. So from what it seems, I'm hitting these checkpoints exactly at the same time. Like, for example, I don't know. If I didn't catch the dirt, I think on the left side, I probably would have went quicker. But not sure how quick though. But you can't really calculate the revs through that exit on the hairpin. This was really smooth. Holy shit. Oh, looking at it now, I'm thinking, holy shit, that is quite smooth. So you can't. It's so like, honestly, these sections, these roads are just insane. The thrills, man. So anywho, let's loop the lake, guys. I'll see what other track I'll attempt next, if whatever I feel like. But for now, I'm just currently testing. And yeah, loop the lake is pretty much done. If my time does get beaten, which I'm really curious, like how quick people or how much further people can take this track. If it does get beaten, that's insane. But I'm pretty much done with this track now. As 42 was my initial target. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Check you sign out. Good night. Peace. Yeah. Right, guys, so over the past 24 hours, I've dedicated my time to fully understand this particular supercar, the Anis. See, I forgot the name already. Anyway, you can see in the title, right? So, anyway,